Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good morning. I think I covered everybody's day wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Brian Holtzman. This is my channel, and this is the 22nd of November. That's right. You can't believe it's November, but it's Southern California, Los Angeles. And this is a bonsai garden update all year round. We don't have to shut down during the winter months. We just keep going. So I'll just give a quick video of some of the progress and some of the things that have changed since you last saw this garden presentation. A lot of people are interested in plants and gardens now that with the lockdowns and COVID-19, it gets a lot of people reacquainted with nature and their green thumb. And just about, there's the money tree in the back, the very, very popular money tree. If you have 7 leaves, you count these leaves, and if you have 7, that is extremely good luck. If you can find a leaf with 7 on your money tree, you're off to a grand start. So everybody's excited. We're coming up on Thanksgiving. We're going to stuff ourselves with turkey. I don't get too excited about Thanksgiving. It's a wonderful time and an opportunity to visit with family and friends, but this is America, folks. You can have turkey all year round. I have turkey dinners all year round whenever I feel like having a turkey dinner with all the stuffings. This is an artificial one. I think we went past this. We went over this last time. This was in a flower shop in Manhattan Beach when I was working there. And I saw it and I said, I've got to have it. And I made some payments, paid a little bit more than I should have or perhaps wanted to, but it's artificial. And it will definitely outlive me with the right care, which all your bonsai trees should do. But this is a real good replica is how they look in real life. Now this over here is very interesting. My friend Victor Simmons from United, this is on one of those 3D printers, if you can believe that. He printed this on a 3D printer. Also came with a little light inside and one of those little batteries on a watch and a little bulb, and he knows I'm always looking for interesting stuff for the garden. So this is just the front, and we'll just move in the back and we'll go slow. This has been all cleaned out. As you can see, it's all cleaned out. I stuck this in the ground. I needed this. This is another succulent. Sometimes they'll just, this takes a lot of water, this plant, but the succulent is doing just fine, and I guess adjusting to large amounts of water, like a fan during an 18-inning baseball game, consuming more and more beverages of their choice. So this is very healthy. That's been cleaned out. A lot of the dead leaves have been taken off this one. This is very healthy. This is one of the reasons why I love living in California. A lot of people are moving out of California. They're going to Florida. But Florida, you're going to get the same weather you get in New York. You're going to get that terribly humid. I hear there's a lot of bugs in Florida at night. Of course, you've got your alligators and terrible bugs at night, and terribly hot and humid. Right now, actually, Florida is the best. Just got back from Florida, and this is the best time to go to Florida right now. It's mild, and you don't need the air conditioning in the house. It's a nice, cool breeze, but that's only a little bit. Usually, it's hot as hell in Florida, so I'm considering moving to Florida, perhaps, or thinking about it. I was going on Zillow or Zenlo or whatever it is, that website that has all the homes. And then I said, I'm 20 minutes from the beach in the Pacific Ocean. I live in Southern California. Why would you want to go to Florida? Here's some new plantings. This is a pot I got in Okinawa when I went back. They were having a sale. I bought a lot of them. These are some yuccas over here. You can make a bonsai out of anything. Don't let anybody tell you you can't make a bonsai tree out of just about anything. Here's a good one. Is that a... That's a good specimen here. I like this one a lot. This got cut, and now it grew a new leader. And there it goes. So that's a nice one. And this is one I just started. Hopefully that'll take. This is a cactus I planted in a bonsai pot. It's going pretty good. I like to just keep the plant the same distance from the pot. If it starts growing left or right or north and south, I cut it. So they'll get that straight appearance of going straight up as opposed to just going anywhere. Here's a cactus that I dug up out of the ground. I didn't want it anymore in that particular area of the garden. And I put it in this pot, and as you can see, it is alive and starting to grow what looks like, pardon my French, a penis. But that is, it's always fun when you take something out of the ground, transplant something, or take a cutting, and it takes. This is a beautiful specimen right here. This is a succulent, and I'm considering putting that in a bonsai pot as well, but right now it's doing just well right where it is. This is your Christmas cactus. Christmas cactus. People keep these in their showers. You know, in your stand-up showers, there's a bench sometimes or a cutout. And Christmas cactuses love that area with the humidity, and you can't overwater cactuses as long as you have good drainage. They're just like any other plant. But if you don't have drain holes at the bottom and you get waterlogged, that will take the cactus down. This is something that grows pretty hard. You see this a lot. Another succulent of some kind. I just want to keep that going as well, and some more. You've seen all these before. If you've seen this first video, it was a very popular video. It got a lot of views. As many views as, a lot of views for my channel anyway. I don't have that many subscribers or regular viewers. But for my, this is another one that got taken out of the ground. We put it in another pot, and it's doing just fine. Now this one, this is the story of a lifetime. This was like almost as tall as I am. And I didn't want it anymore, but I didn't want to throw it out. So I cut it extremely back all the way to here, and look what we got here. It is alive, like the movie Frankenstein. It is alive, and that is gonna start, and then it's gonna grow straight up again. So it's great to see. You hate to throw plants away, especially if they've been with you. A lot of people don't know cactuses are just like trees. The bottom of the trunk is going to get just as hard as the trunk of a tree. See that? You see them in the wild like that. They have the same trunk styles as regular hardwood trees. They just get extremely hard and hardy. Here's something I just threw in. This is, you see these a lot. This is pretty cool. Volunteer. In a bonsai pot, nice trunk structure. So, you know, like I told you, I like to just keep them alive. I have a lot of access to bonsai books and bonsai magazines. And I just tell you, I'm just happy to have it. This is a Chinatown pickup. It's still in the pot that I got it. This is, of course, some bamboo. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I'll probably pick up another one and just leave it grow. And stick it in the garden someplace. Bamboo just gives you a feeling of youth. Gives you a feeling of peace. It just takes you back in time. You're looking at a plant that's been around since, God knows, I guess from the beginning of time. When rock became soil and soil became rock, and the planet evolved into what it is today. You're just looking at a plant that's been around, bamboo. They say it's a weed, and it's a weed, but it's It's an attractive weed. It's an attractive prostitute, I guess you could say. And here's your needle pencil, your pencil needle. I put this in a bonsai pot. You can see what I was talking about the trunks. See how, let me get down here. See the trunk, it gets very, very hard. Just like a tree trunk. Look how big it is now. Just in a little pot. And now look at it. Just going for the heavens. And this is one of the things that amazes me about container gardening, or bonsai gardening in particular, is that all that growth and all that health, just from a little bit of soil in the bottom of that pot. It's truly amazing to me. A lot of people find it probably boring, but I kind of get a kick out of it because it is a living thing. And I hope that turns orange. You see a lot of these around town that turn orange or bright orange. This one hasn't done so yet. But you can see some of the new leaves. I haven't seen any flowers on these. This, of course, is the famous succulent that everybody loves. Look at how perfect that is. It's just like perfect. It couldn't be. It's just like us, human beings, just perfect. Perfect in every way. I mean, can you imagine this? It looks like a drawing. It looks like a cartoon. It looks like somebody invented it. No. This is just soil, water, and sunlight. And you get something that looks totally artificial, but is alive. And I got it coming down here. Just like I have one in the front. But these grow, you just take the top of this and put it in some soil. You can even just take a leaf. Just take a leaf and stick it in the soil, and it'll take. Here's some more cactus. This is something else over here. This is pretty cool. This grows pretty good in a little bonsai tray. These are another one of the trays I got from Okinawa. Look at that. See, they get old and they fold, they fall off. See, that one's dead now, I guess. See that one over there? Perhaps. Maybe this is getting too much water. I think that's what it is. I've got plants that don't need a lot of water with plants that just love water. Now this is one that was growing real tall, but I needed the pot, so I just took a chance. This was collected in Manhattan Beach at work once, and it's just a wild thing. Not even quite sure what it is, but it makes it for a great little bonsai. So I cut it here, and this became the new leader. And when I'm sure this is taken pretty good, and there's in no danger of losing it, I'll cut this one back, and then that's how you get your shape or your taper. And like I said, I'm just imitating what I've read and what I see and what I hear from the YouTube and my books. But it's the same for everybody, whether you're a professional and own your own nursery in Japan, or whether you're just a novice like myself who just enjoys it and wants low maintenance. Here's another succulent, same one as over there. You can see this was in another pot. This is another pot from Okinawa. I'm up to 13 minutes now. Also, I got a new device I just ordered to put on top of my motorcycle helmet, and then connect my iPhone, so I'll be able to take videos from my motorcycle, which should be interesting. Look at this one. This was a tree that got bought, and then it worked out real well as an interesting bonsai. So look at that. Like a cloud. Just think of a cloud. So you have to trim the bottom a little bit more, and just like a cloud. Now this one is okay, but I'm seeing maybe it needs fertilizer. Just regular fertilizer. I haven't done that in a while. Here's another one that was a garden nursery plant that I put in a pot. This one came from China when I went to China. Nice pot. Here's a cutting. Taken real good. I'm really fascinated with the small ones. See how small that is? It's gonna make a nice bonsai. Here's the cactus in the back. And here's some more of those succulents. I like those a lot. I just like them. Here's some more. Here's something I got from Chinatown. You've seen these before. Here's the big cactus. Now I'm at 15 minutes on this video, so this is when I start to rush, and I don't want to do that. So if you've had enough plants or you've already fallen asleep, that's just fine. I'm not offended, but I've got more to show you, so I'm just going to run this for, I guess, until maybe, I don't want to say 30 minutes, that'll scare everybody away, but at least another 10 minutes. Nice shape to this one. Here's one I got at the in the botanical garden over there in Western, over in Torrance. They have plants for sale there as well. I don't know if it's open now, but every Tuesday it's free, and that's a great place to go and just take a walk and look at all the different plants and trees that they have on display over there. Here's some more cuttings. This is the thing that was in the back over there. This is another cutting. This is a ficus. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I gotta put it up there. Another cutting. And this is a cutting as well in the back. Another cutting. So it's fun when the cuttings take. You know. Here's your I forget what it is. Olive. Here's another olive. I have 2 olives. Had it for a long time, this olive. That looks pretty healthy, huh? Pretty green. And here's another one of those. Juniper type ones. Here's one. This was another one that was bought. Now the son is going to start playing games with the video. This is one that, you know, you just make them into bonsais. Here, I did a little dead wood here and cut some bark off. Just have fun with it. Don't get excited. Just have fun with it. It's not like a piece of lumber that if you cut it wrong, you've wasted a piece of lumber. Nothing could be wasted. You know? Sometimes the more unattractive these trees are, the more interesting they become. Here's a little, what do you call that? I had 2, one perished, didn't make it. This one made it. This is the oleander. Let me get over here. This is the oleander. This is the pot that I needed to put the oleander in. This has nice flowers to put the this was in the pot that the oleander was in, see? And I needed that pot, so that's why that became that big bonsai got inside a little pot. Okay, we have some more over here. This is another one. This is a cutting. This is the same one that's over here that I got from the botanical garden in Torrance. And it's still healthy. You can see how many times it was cut. It was damaged once when I was taking out another tree. Then it grew again. Then it grew again. This might be the 3rd or the 4th. It's just amazing. You've heard it before, you can't kill it. But it's true. This one needs fertilizer. I cut it back. This was a magnolia that I got through the mail. Look at the root base on this, huh? Look at the root base on this. Once I cleaned it up one day, I said, oh my God, look at the beautiful root base on that. Hard as a rock, look at that. And that's a succulent. That's how fast they grow, and some other cactuses. Some more succulents. Well, this is the maple. This is what happens back on Long Island. All your trees, and here too, all the leaves fall for the winter in there. And as soon as they fall, they start to generate for next time. It's like it never goes to sleep. See the way it's just starting, the buds are starting for next year. This needs some work. You can see it really hasn't been trained or trimmed properly, but that's okay as long as it's still alive. That's what I'm going for. I can take whatever happens as long as it's not, if it's still alive. And look at the way the trunk is closing up. See that? Remember that big gap in the trunk? And now it's closing up, just like it would do if it was a large tree in nature. But these trees aren't going to go to any bonsai show. See what I mean? So I'm satisfied just with what I'm trying to accomplish. Nice, huh? And I forget the name of that one again. This is the blue spruce. That one needs some fertilizer, I think. That could look green, but it's not too bad. There's some more plantings. Here's another one of those type of ficus. Another olive of a cutting. Another olive of a cutting. And then this is the cutting from the one I got in Florida. Here's one I've had quite some time. I bought this as a starter bonsai and put it in a pot. Look at that. Look at the way that's thickening up nicely. The idea is to make the trees look as old as possible. Here's a ficus again that I've had for quite some time. Looks like a bird's head there. See that? You see the bird's head? And that's a ficus. This is a lamb's ear. I got this from my friend. He's passed away now, Floyd. He was great with plants too. See that? And I also have one over here. This is the original one. I have to put that in a bonsai pot one of these days. And here's some more pots. So I got plenty of pots. Here's another cutting of the ficus. Another cutting of an olive. Look at that. Nice, huh? It's nice when they take. Here's another cutting. And these are the cuttings from this one. This is the original one I got in Florida. Look at that one. I had to cut the root base and cut the roots. Look at this. Look at this. Unbelievable. This is something you probably recognize from outside your homes. That one's coming on like gangbusters. 22 minutes. This is just an overview. Here are some succulents. Excuse me. Here's one I got in the nursery over in West LA. That's doing well. I had two. One perished. And some other nice ones over here. You want to try to keep that moss off the trunks. See, that's some work I have to do. Oh, nice, huh? Not bad. Here's an interesting succulent. Look at that one. Here's another cutting. This is a cutting from the ficus over here. So when I trim them, I try to save them. Trying to make that into a twin trunk type thing. And here's the other olive right over here. And here's some new cuttings that are taken pretty good. They'll be like these. And these. Now look at this. These are some interesting cuttings. Look at this now. I've got five cuttings. I think I'm going to remove the ones on the side here and make them their own bonsai. Look at the trunk on that. You see the trunk on the back there? Look at that. Just amazing. Amazing to me again. And if you're still watching, maybe it's amazing to you too. This is the hedge boxwood. They make great little bonsais and they're hardy as heck. Look how old it looks already. And of course the big cactus. I'll have to make a video when the flowers come out on the cactus. Alright, 24 minutes. This is going good. I'll put a couple of cactuses in here and see what happens with those. You can do anything. You can do anything you want. Gardening is just completely up to you. You don't have to listen to anybody or anything or any books. You just stick it in the ground. Give it some water, give it some light. Make sure there are drainage holes in the bottom of your bonsai dish. And you're gone. You're ready. You're off and running. This is the gecko, not the gecko, the gecko. The gecko. And the big one over here, losing its leaves. It's that time of year. Now, I don't think this one is mature enough, because when they get mature, they turn yellow, bright yellow, before the leaves fall off. It's just beautiful. I saw them over at the Huntington Gardens. But this one, I guess, is too young for that. The leaves turn brown or gold and fall off. I'm not getting much yellow color on those. This is the one I got. It was given to me by the same guy that I bought that big artificial bonsai in the front that I was making payments on. He gave me a couple of these. He should have gave me his car. And then here's a nice, now this is the olive that I bought. Now what's going on here with this, all this down here? This is all gonna get cut off eventually, but what it does now is it thickens the trunk. See how thick the trunk is? See how thick the trunk is? And once the trunk thickens up real good, this will all go away. And what I'm trying to do is get this to go straight up, maybe all the way above the pagoda here. And that'll open up the garden. Right now it's kind of crowded, but that's what you have to do. You have to be patient. I cut these back. And rosemary, that's it. This is rosemary, a type of rosemary. And here's some cactuses. Another good specimen over here. I've had this quite some time. I'm trying to get this to be a what do they call it? A cascade type bonsai, where they come out of the pot and go straight down. That's what's going on over there. This is a succulent. Look at this. I forget where I got this, but this is just fascinating. Here's the cactus that I took. And then here's this one over here. This is coming around pretty good. And then here's another good one. I've had this for a long time. My sisters gave me a gift certificate to Home Depot many years ago. Maybe 10, maybe 12, I don't know. And I went and I bought this bonsai at Home Depot, and it's going on till today. I don't know if you saw this one before, but I made another succulent. Then here's another Orlando. Over here, some bamboo in a pot. And then I have some over here on the bench. I had my neighbor cut a piece of wood for me and round off the edges. He was very good to do that. It's the same guy that ran into my house, so it's good. I didn't hold a grudge and was polite about it. And didn't even ask him what happened. It was obvious what happened. He ran into my house with his freaking truck. You know, he didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident. He wasn't even drinking. Just one of those things. So he was nice enough to cut the wood and make it fit in here. And this is, I got this up in Northern California in a animal control class. They had a bonsai nursery right close to I was in heaven. I was right next to a bonsai nursery and a Chinese food restaurant. Right next to my hotel I could walk to. I had to pick this one up and I still got it, still alive. And of course the jacaranda tree. There it is. Look at the nice canopy I'm getting on this one. It's the jacaranda. It's the one with the purple flowers you see. So I look forward to that when it starts coming back. Look how thick it's getting. Wow, look at that. Look how thick it's getting. Can you see it? It's big now, huh? Can't wait till it starts getting that bark on there. That beautiful outer bark. Here's the one I cut back extremely and it's coming back. There's a cactus. When this gets too big, I'm gonna have to remove it from the garden. I had 2 others or 3 others. They've since been removed. So that's that. That's the update on the garden. 30 minutes exactly. Most of you have all been sound asleep. About 6 minutes in, probably you went to sleep. That's okay. That's what these videos are intended to put people to sleep. So I'll just go around here and finish up this update to the garden. Yeah. There's a guy on YouTube, if you like bonsais or you're thinking about bonsais, he's from Ontario, Canada. His name is, it's called the Bonsai Zone with Nigel Sanders. It's a real good one. It's a real good one. I really enjoy it. And he does all sorts of, he doesn't do a lot of wiring. He does like what they call clip and grow. He clips branches and gets them to grow in the direction that he wants them to go, as opposed to wiring. Like we talked earlier about wiring. It's tricky. You got to be able to take it off when you can take it off, and take it off in time before it leaves scars on the trunk. So I like that method as well. I've done some wiring, but most of the time I have not. This is my favorite one of my favorites. This is all like a little forest, huh, of succulents. Some of them live and some of them don't, but even the ones that die can be very attractive. Here's another one of those cactuses that you saw downstairs. Who says you can't water cactuses? Do whatever you want to do. You're the boss of your own garden. You'll know what's right. There's the ginkgo, the gakko, the wuko, the wamamama. Can't pronounce any of these names. There's the jacaranda tree. You see these in your hometown all the time. They're curb trees. There goes a plane. No, it's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. All right, I'm gonna finish up here. I'm on the deck. Here's another succulent that you can make into your bonsai. Here's another cactus bonsai. There's some on the. See how interesting they can look. And they don't need hardly any care. Just some soil, sunlight, and a little water. I overwater my plants, but that's just me. Look at this little one. How do you like that? It can fit in the palm of your hand. Isn't that nice? You don't have to bust your back moving that one around, as opposed to some of these big ones. Here's a Mickey Mouse cactus. Another one. Look at that one. I want that to get big in such a little pot. Look at that little pot. All right, I'm gonna end it up here. The sun is dancing on the camera's lens. Thinking about getting an iPhone 12. They say the camera's unbelievable. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. This is the last one on the deck. This is one of my favorites. Look at that nice one, huh? All right. Get some sleep if you haven't already passed out. I'll leave it at that. Leave it at that.